Hey guys, in this training series, I'm going to be teaching you the basics of SEO. SEO is a huge topic, and because I want to help you get started right away without overwhelming you with information, I'm only going to be covering the important things that you must know to do any SEO. If any of these videos are helpful to you, please click the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If I see that a lot of people are benefiting from these videos, I'll take the time to create an advanced SEO training series. Alright, let's get started. Before we get started with this training, I want to clarify the difference between SEO and SEM. This is very important because a lot of people do not know what SEM is and often confuse it for SEO. When I first started getting acknowledged for my skill to be able to rank websites on the first page of Google, I was often asked by small businesses to go over their SEO contracts that they have made with marketing companies. Now 95% of the time, these small business owners were paying for SEM, but they thought they were paying for SEO. I'm telling you this because if you are thinking of hiring someone to do your SEO, then make sure you are paying someone to do real SEO work. At the end of this training series, I will be talking a little bit more about what you need to be careful of when hiring others to do your SEO work for you. I'm now going to go through and quickly explain the difference between SEO and SEM. Now, SEO is all of the activities involved in getting your website to rank high on Google. With SEO, people come to your website naturally by searching on Google and clicking on one of the top results. This is called organic traffic. Now, SEM is paid advertising. You pay Google to have your website listed on the first page. This is also called pay per click or PPC because you pay a fee each time your ad is clicked. Here is an image I made as an example. The listings in red are SEM and the ones in green are SEO. We are going to start the training with some SEO jargon that you need to know and understand in order to gain a good understanding of search engine optimization. This image here is a great illustration to help you imagine what a crawler actually looks like. A crawler is also known as a bot or a spider. It is a program that follows links from one website to another in order to discover new content. Once new content is found, a new blog post, for example, the crawler will then index it, allowing it to appear in search engines such as Google. External links. These links are also known as backlinks. These are hyperlinks from another website to your website. Internal links. These too are also known as backlinks. These links are a hyperlink from one page on your website to another page on your website. PageRank, also known as PR. PageRank is a score from 0 to 10 that Google assigns to websites based on its relative importance. The higher the PageRank, the more important it is to Google. Page Authority, also known as PA. Page Authority is a score out of 100 developed by Moz that predicts how well a specific page will rank in search engines. Domain Authority, also known as DA. Domain Authority is also a score out of 100 developed by Moz that predicts how well an entire website will rank in search engines. Major Google SEO updates. As an SEO expert, you should be able to explain the major Google SEO updates up until today. Not only so you can call yourself an SEO expert, but so you have an understanding of how Google works and how you can avoid getting penalized. The first thing you need to understand is that the goal of Google is to be able to deliver the best possible results to its users. They want their users to search Google and find exactly what they're looking for without having to look anywhere else. The first major update was called Panda. Panda first ran in 2011 and now runs a few times a year. Its purpose is to stop low-quality content from appearing in search results. Low-quality content is content that is poorly written. It is usually generated using a software. It's content that is very short and too brief to be valuable. Content that is copied from another page, making it duplicate content. Low-quality content can also be content that adds no real value. The next major update was Penguin. Penguin first ran in 2012 with the purpose of detecting unnatural backlinks, also known as Black Hat SEO. So, how does Penguin detect unnatural backlinks? It looks at the link quality, the link velocity, and the link diversity. Let's go into this in more detail. Link quality. Sites that have obtained their backlinks naturally will have both low and high quality links. On the other hand, sites that have not obtained their backlinks naturally will often have a lot of low quality links or only high quality links. Link velocity. Natural backlinks are created over time, and the number of backlinks that are created slowly increase as the site grows. When sites have unnatural backlinks, they often get a lot of links in a short period of time, which is then followed by a sudden decrease. Link diversity. Natural sites obtain links from various places. For example, articles, blog commenting, forums, and so on. Unnatural sites often obtain a large number of links from a single place. Blog commenting, for example. Links should also have varied anchor text. Too many links with the same anchor text can trigger a Penguin penalty. Mobilegeddon. Mobilegeddon first ran in 2015 with the purpose of ensuring that websites are mobile friendly. This is to accommodate for the massive growth in mobile users. Before we start doing any SEO, we need to understand what exactly makes a website rank high in search results. There are several ranking factors that contribute to SEO. These include the domain name, the URL address, broken links, internal links, external links, website loading time, XML Sitemap, HTML Sitemap, and the web content. Let's take a look at these in more detail. Domain name. Using keywords in your domain name is an advantage, but you need to find a balance between keywords and creating a brand-friendly domain. So, there are two main benefits of using keywords in your domain name. One of these is if the domain name contains keywords, then the domain name itself is a ranking factor in search engine algorithms. Secondly, having relevant keywords in a domain name is beneficial because the domain name is the text that others will use as an anchor text when linking to your website. So what exactly is anchor text? Anchor texts are the visible words that hyperlinks display when linking. Here's an example. I did a Google search for cheap flights. As you can see, the first website that comes up is www.cheapflights.com. The keyword for this website is used inside the domain name. The second website that comes up is expedia.com. As you can see, the keyword flights is in the URL address. The third website that comes up is cheaptickets.com/cheapflights. See how this website has included the keyword inside the domain name as well as the URL address. Now, Skyscanner.net does not have neither of the keywords in the domain name or the URL address. So how is it ranking fourth? It's ranking fourth because it utilizes other SEO ranking factors very well. So like I said, find a balance between a brand-friendly domain and keywords, because even though there's an advantage in using keywords in the domain, there are many other ways you can rank a website. Here's an example of anchor text. The top is the HTML code that sits in the back end. The bottom bit is how it's displayed on a website. Now, can you see at the bottom how I've marked "click here for cheap flight" in green? This is because I want to show you that it is much more user-friendly and much better for SEO because the keyword is also included in the anchor text, which is the writing that contains the hyperlink. Take note that it is generally not a good idea to move an existing established website to a new URL just so it includes keywords, because, as I said before, there are many other factors that contribute to SEO. Domain age. The domain age itself is not an actual ranking factor. However, usually the older the domain, the more SEO link juice has been accumulated over time. URL address. Create search engine friendly URLs that humans can read and understand, and include your keywords in them. For example, this is the default URL structure that WordPress uses. Now this URL is not search engine friendly. However, this URL is. Can you see the difference? Take note that by default, WordPress uses the post ID number to create the URL address. This results in web pages having web addresses that look like this and are not human and search engine friendly. To learn how to change WordPress to use search engine friendly URLs, go to this website. This website is also included in the resources Excel document that you received. Website loading speed. A fast loading website is better for Google and their users. Google has stated that page speed is actually a ranking factor. You can test the speed of your website by using Pingdom. Pingdom is also included in the resources document. XML Sitemap. An XML sitemap makes sure that search engines are aware of all the content on your website. WordPress users can easily create an XML sitemap by using the plugin SEO By Yoast. Once the XML sitemap has been created, you will need to submit it to Google by using Google Webmaster tools. We will go through how to do both of these later in this training series. HTML sitemap. Linking a HTML sitemap in the footer has become a standard on-site SEO practice. This makes it easy for Google and your visitors to navigate around your website and to find all your website pages. WordPress users can easily create a HTML sitemap by using the plugin WP Sitemap page. A benefit of using a HTML sitemap is that it allows for additional internal linking. A HTML sitemap is basically a page that links to your main pages to keep that link juice flowing. To see an example of my HTML sitemap, you can visit this URL. Content quality. It is important to write effectively for humans while also including keywords and correct HTML tags for crawlers. You should always avoid duplicate content. Identical content found on 2 or more pages on your website is known as duplicate content. Google tries to show pages with unique information in its search results, and for this reason, it frowns upon websites that contain pages with basically the same content. You can scan your website to find how much content was found on other pages by using SiteLiner. Broken links. A broken link is a link that doesn't work and often results in a page error. This happens when a link points to a web page that has been deleted or moved. This here is what a typical broken link error page looks like. Broken links will absolutely harm your search engine ranking. Here are some free tools that I recommend you use to check for broken links. I've given you a few options to choose from, so you might be wondering, which one do I use? I personally use the WordPress 404 redirection plugin that permanently redirects all broken link page errors to my main blog URL. I also use the free version of Screaming Frog to look at other people's websites. Internal linking. Internal linking improves the ranking of your pages by sharing the page rank, also known as link juice, between them. You can use internal linking to emphasize your important pages with more links pointing towards them. For example, including a list of your product categories in your website's sidebar or footer. Here's a tip. Internal linking can also be used to direct the customer to a specific location. For example, a blog post about beauty linking to a beauty product on your website. External links. External links are the most important factor in SEO. They are where most of the ranking power comes from. External links are created when an external website links to you. Here's an example. To help you understand how external links work, you can think of it as each link represents a vote for your website. The more trusted votes your website has, the more respect you gain from Google and the higher you rank. Trust is represented by the level of PageRank a web page has. Here is an example of trusted votes. External website 1 has a PageRank of 9 and is voting for your website. External website 2 has a PageRank of 8 and is also voting for your website. This will make your website to be more respected by Google, which means your search engine ranking will increase. Here's the same example, but I have provided names for the websites that are providing the external links. Here's an example of untrusted votes. External website 1 is a spammer and is linking towards your website. This is a very harmful vote and will decrease your search engine ranking. Now, external website 2 does not have a page rank at all, so an external link pointing towards your website will not give you a vote. Now that you understand the vote analogy, let's take a look at link juice. The higher the page rank, the more link juice the page has to share. However, the more links the page has, the less link juice there is to share. Here's a link juice example. External website 1 has a page rank of 6 and is sharing it with your website and 2 others. Now, if these 2 websites were not there, then all the link juice will be flowing into your website. There are 2 types of links, nofollow and dofollow. This applies to internal links as well as external links. Nofollow links tell search engines not to follow them, which means no link juice is being transferred. On the other hand, dofollow links do allow search engines to follow them. Here's an example of what happens when a website links to you with a nofollow link. As you can see, you are not getting any link juice. SEO Don'ts. Do not use programs or paid services that spam your link everywhere. By doing so, will get your website kicked out of the Google search results. And fixing the damage takes a long time and is definitely not easy. If you are going to hire someone to do SEO for you, make sure that they know what they're doing. You need to ensure that you filter out the spammers and the liars. Spammers will damage your SEO, and liars will only waste your time and money, especially those who promise that you will rank for every keyword that you provided. No one can guarantee that you will rank number 1 in Google, and if that's what they're promising, then they are lying. Do not spam forums and blogs. This will only damage your reputation and decrease the amount of potential traffic. Being helpful can go a long way online. Do not continuously use the same anchor text. If you do, Google may treat you as spam and decrease your ranking. Remember, quality over quantity. It is not certain whether or not header tags still help with SEO. Some argue they do, and some argue they don't. However, I'm going to teach you about header tags because I believe it's better to use them than not to use them. If something gives you even the slightest competitive advantage, then why not do it, right? Header tags are used to separate the headings of a page from the rest of the content. There are 6 different header tags, H1 to H6. H1 is the most important, and H6 is the least. In WordPress themes that are properly coded, the H1 tag will be tied to the title of the post. Header tags also use a hierarchy structure. Here is an example of how to use header tags. H1 is the main heading. H2 could be the secondary heading. H3, the subsection of the secondary heading, and so on. Here's another example that shows that in WordPress, the H1 tag is tied to the title post. You can see the H2 tag in the content below. This is one of my real posts, so if you would like to see it live, go to this website. Here's another example of how headers are shown in WordPress and how you can create them. To create headers, simply highlight the text that you would like to tag as a header and click on the drop-down box and select the type of header you would like. I will also be showing you this live in the next video. Here's another example of the same posts in WordPress but in HTML mode. As you can see, using the drop-down box and selecting heading 2, we will simply tag the selected text as the H2 tag. Here's some tips that you can use when creating header tags. The H1 tag should only be used once per page. Since proper coded WordPress themes automatically add the H1 tag, you should never use the H1 tag in the post content. Begin with the H2 tag. Header tags also enhance user experience by clearly showing what the page content is about. Do not stuff your headers with keywords, just keep it natural. Lastly, do not use header tags as hidden text. Any hidden text can result in penalties for your site, especially if the hidden part is something that affects SEO. SEO by Yoast is, in my opinion, the best SEO plugin for WordPress. It's 100% free and offers everything you need to completely optimize your website. To save you time, as well as any confusion, I have exported my settings for you to use, so you can quickly and easily configure the plugin. Download my SEO settings, and then proceed to the next video, where I'm going to show you how to install the plugin and how to import my settings. Here are the settings that you should have downloaded in the previous video. Open up your browser and go to the admin panel of your WordPress website. Go to Plugins and click on Add New. In the search box, type SEO by Yoast and press Enter. Find the plugin and click on Install. Once the plugin has been installed, go ahead and activate it. You should now have an SEO menu on the left-hand side. Go to it and click on Tools. Then click on Import and Export. Click on Browse and locate the settings files you previously downloaded. Click on it and press Open. Then press Import Settings. If it all went well, you should have a message up here telling you that the settings have been successfully imported. Now, to make sure that the plugin is working to its full potential, we need to make two little changes. Click on General, then click on the Your Info tab at the top. Now, under the company or person bit, you need to select whether you are a company or a person. If you are a company, select Company and fill in the company name and upload the company logo. If you are a person, simply fill in your name. Press the Save Changes button. Now go back to the left-hand side and click on Social. Here you need to provide a link to all the social media platforms that you use. I'm going to pause the video and quickly fill this in. Once you're done, click the Save Changes button. You have now set up SEO by Yoast using the best settings possible. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to use this plugin to ensure that all your posts and pages are SEO friendly. Inside the Publish box, you will now see your SEO status. As you can see, mine is green, which means everything is good. Keep in mind that this is just a guide, so even if you end up with a yellow, then that's okay too. It's not the end of the world, but of course, you should aim for green. If your SEO status is any other color, then I recommend you review your content and make the required changes to at least get it to a yellow. Keep in mind that you need to write your content for people, so in the end, it needs to make sense and be easy to read. This means that sometimes you need to sacrifice a green circle for a yellow one. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you will see that you now have a WordPress SEO by Yoast box. I just want to quickly pause the video to go through two different versions of the plugin to prepare you for the future. A few days after I finished recording this video, an update to the plugin was released, which gave it a slightly different look. Now, I'm not sure how the plugin will look like by the time you see this training video, so I want to explain the similarities between these two versions to prepare you for any future updates. In the first screenshot, you will notice that there is a SEO title and meta description box. In the second screenshot, you will notice that these boxes have been removed. The way that the SEO title and meta description is modified in the second screenshot is by clicking directly onto the text here. Another thing that is slightly different and that we will be discussing later in this video is the page analysis. In the first screenshot, there is a page analysis tab at the top. However, on the second screenshot, the page analysis is now called content analysis and is shown on the main screen instead of in a tab. As you can see, the slight differences are fairly easy to understand, and the way the plugin works will always be the same. Now that we got this out of the way, let's go back to where we left off. The snippet preview shows you how your page or post will show up in Google. This heading writing is obtained from the SEO title box down here, and the writing below it is obtained from the meta description box. The focus keyword is what you want to rank for. In this example, I want my page to show up when people search for anything that contains multiple Firefox browsers. This little section down here shows where my focus keyword was found and how many times it was found. It is important that you put your keyword in all of the locations listed here. If your keyword is not found in one of these locations, then the writing will be red instead of green. I am now going to show you exactly where you need to place your focus keyword so that your page or post receives a good SEO status. In the SEO title, in the meta description, in the page or post title, in the URL address, and multiple times within the content. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Take note that this is a header 2 tag. This is shown up here where it says header 2. And 7. All up, I mentioned my keyword 7 times within the content. Now we're missing an alt tag. Since I don't have an image within the content, I'm going to put my focus keyword inside the featured image. Just so I can show you how to do this, I'm going to remove this image and re-add it. And here is my focus keyword again, under the alt text. Now, scroll back down to the WordPress SEO by Yoast box, and near the top of the box, you will see Page Analysis. Now, if you click on it, you are shown all the things that you have done well and all the things you can improve on. Again, yellows are not so bad, and even though I have a few yellows here, I managed to get an overall score of green. This was shown at the start of this video. If you have any reds or any oranges, you definitely need to make some changes. But if you have written nicely structured content and place your focus keyword in the same places that I place mine, then you shouldn't have a problem. As I have an overall green SEO status, I'm going to leave this post as it is and not bother with those 4 yellow circles. Again, this is just a guide, and just because you have a green overall SEO status on every single page, it doesn't mean that you will rank on the first page of Google. The guide the plugin provides will help you create SEO friendly content, so it is possible for you to rank on the first page of Google if you combine it with the other SEO ranking factors. Google Webmaster Tools is a free service offered by Google that helps you monitor and maintain your site's presence in Google search results. To get to this page, you will need to go to www.google.com/webmasters/tools, or you can simply go to google.com and search for Webmaster Tools. Click on the first result that comes up. To use their Webmaster Tools, you will need a Google account. So if you do not have an account, you will need to make one by clicking on Create an Account. Now, what you are seeing here is a list of websites that I have already added to my Webmaster Tools account. I'm shortly going to teach you how you too can add websites to your Webmaster Tools. But first, I want to show you a little sample of what Google Webmaster Tools can do for you. Keep in mind that, so I don't overwhelm you with information, I'm only going to be showing you what I believe are the most important features of Google Webmaster Tools. Here is a website I created a few days ago. As you can see, there are 2 variants of it. One is sheringanicontacts.com and the other is www.sheringanicontacts.com. I will be explaining the reason for this in the next video. I am going to click into the variant with the www in front of it. The first page that comes up is the dashboard. Crawl errors shows you any issues that the crawlers may have had when trying to crawl your website. My website currently has no crawl errors. Search Analytics shows you some of your web statistics. Sitemaps show you how many URLs have been submitted to Google, and how many have been indexed, and any issues Google may have with your website. I am now going to click on Search Traffic, and then click on Search Analytics. Along with clicks, I am going to turn on Impressions, CTR, and Position. Clicks is how many people have clicked from a Google search. Impressions is the number of times pages from your website have appeared in Google search results. CTR stands for click-through rate. This is a percentage of people that have clicked onto your website from a Google search. Position is the average position of your website in Google when that specific keyword is searched. Now, if I scroll down, you will be able to see some information based on queries, which is the keywords being searched. You will also have the option to change queries to pages, which will show you information about specific pages. If you select countries, then you will get information based on location. And devices, you basically get information on what type of devices are being used to access your website. Let's move on to links to your site. This shows how many links you have pointing towards your website and where they are coming from. Seeing as my site is only a few days old, it only has one link pointing to it. The website that is linking to my website is tutoroanswer.com and is linking to my FAQ page. This down here shows what anchor text is being used for the link. Now, please note that at this point in time, Google shows both internal and external in this section. If I wanted to see some more information related to tutoroanswers.com, I can simply click on the link, which will show me the total number of links they have pointing towards my website, the amount of pages they are linking to, and which pages exactly they are linking to. We are now going to take a look at the index status of the website by going to Google Index and clicking on Index Status. This shows how many pages Google has indexed and when they were indexed. If you click on Advanced, you can also see how many times Google's crawlers have been blocked from accessing specific content on your website. Now let's take a look at content keywords. This shows what Google thinks your website is about. Even if you have a website about food, Google might see it differently and therefore rank it differently. For example, my website is about Sharingan contacts, but here Google is showing me that the most significant keyword is episode, followed by April. However, in my mind, the most significant keyword is Sharingan and contacts. I will now need to tweak my website to ensure that Google knows which keywords are the most important. If you scroll down to the bottom of this page, you will see that you have the option to see even more keywords. Now, if you click on one of the keywords, you will be able to see some information, including how many times Google has found the word on your website and the exact top pages the word was found on. You can also see a percentage of keyword significance by moving your mouse on top of the blue bar. Let's go take a look at the crawl section. We have previously discussed crawl errors, but you can access the same information by clicking here. Lastly, let's take a look at sitemaps. Here you can submit and test your sitemap. You can also see how many pages were submitted to Google and how many of them were indexed. You can also see when the sitemap was processed and if Google had any issues with the sitemap. If Google did have issues with your sitemap, you can see exactly what the issues are by clicking on the errors link. I am now going to show you how you can add your website to Google Webmaster Tools, which is also known as the Search Console, so you can get access to important data about your website. Click on the red Add a Property button. In the box that pops up, enter your website's URL address and click on the Continue button. You will now need to verify that you own the website by following the instructions on the screen. First, you need to download this HTML file. I am going to click on the link and save the file to my desktop. If I minimize my internet browser, you can see that the HTML file I just downloaded is here. We now need to upload this file to our main website directory. You can do this using the cPanel or an FTP client. If you are unsure how to use the cPanel or an FTP client, then I suggest that you take a look at the links below this video, as it shows you step by step how to use them. I am going to use the FTP client FileZilla to upload this file. Here I'm just going to press the connect button to connect to my web server, and there we go. All we need to do now is drag and drop the file we just downloaded from Google to our FTP client. We can now see that the file is in our main website directory. Let's go back to our internet browser. Step 3 is optional. We can click on the link to confirm that the Google file has been successfully uploaded. If you get a message like this, it means the upload has been successful. If you get a message saying file not found, it means that there is something wrong. All we need to do now is click on the verify button at the bottom. If everything is okay, you will get a message confirming that you have verified the ownership of your website. Click on Continue. Now that you have successfully added your website, you will be able to see a lot of important information. Just so you know, if you have multiple websites in your Google Search Console, you can see which site you are looking at by looking up here. Now that we have added our website, we need to submit a sitemap to Google so they are aware of all of the pages on our website. For more information on why you need to submit a sitemap, click on this link here. To submit a sitemap, click on Crawl, then on Sitemaps, and then on the red Add/Test Sitemap button. Now, if you are using WordPress and have the plugin SEO By Yoast installed, a sitemap will be generated automatically. However, if your website is using another platform, you will need to do a quick Google search on how to create a sitemap for your platform. As I am using WordPress with the plugin SEO By Yoast, I already know that by default, the sitemap is called sitemap_index.xml. So how do I know this? Let me show you. Open a new tab and go to the admin area of your WordPress website. Find the SEO By Yoast plugin. Put your mouse over it and click on XML Sitemaps. Near the top, there will be a button that says XML Sitemap. Click on it and a new window will open. This is your XML sitemap. If you take a look at the URL address, you can see that the address is www.sitemap_index.xml, which is exactly what I entered into the Google Search Console. Once you've entered your sitemap, click on the Submit Sitemap button. After your sitemap has been submitted, click on the link that says Refresh the page. You will then see that your sitemap has been submitted and that it's pending to be processed. It usually takes a few days for Google to process your sitemap. If there are any issues with your sitemap, you will have an error message here, and you will need to click on the link to find out exactly what is wrong and how to fix it. The reason why I have an error with my sitemap is because I have purposely taken my website offline to generate an error for this training video. Now, there is one last thing we need to do. We need to tell Google whether or not we prefer a www version of our website. For example, whether you go to www.peterstavro.com or just peterstavro.com, it will take you to the same website. Google likes to know which web address you prefer. To set this, we need to go back and add a different version of our website. You can go back by clicking on the Google writing in the top left-hand corner. Click on the Add a Property button and type in the second version of your URL address. Since I added www.peterstavro.com earlier in this video, I am now going to add the version peterstavro.com. Click on Continue and you will again see this screen. Seeing as we have already verified that we own the website, we can simply click on the Verify button. To set our preferred URL address, we need to go to the top right of the screen and click on this button here. We then need to click on Site Settings. Once we have clicked on Site Settings, we can select which URL address we prefer. I'm going to select the www version. It doesn't matter which URL address you prefer as long as you set a preference. Google automatically sets this setting as Don't Set a Preferred Domain. However, they recommend that you set a preference. Once you've set your preference, click on Save, and that's it, you're done. Keyword Planner. Keyword Planner is a tool provided by Google that shows you the estimated number of searches for a specific keyword, the level of competition for that keyword, and it also allows you to find new keywords. Here is an example that shows how many people searched for the keyword web host compared to hosting company. The Keyword Planner is 100% free, but to use it, a Google account is required. The URL to the Keyword Planner can be found in the Resources spreadsheet. Let's take a look at the Keyword Planner in real time. Go to the Keyword Planner website and click on the Sign in to AdWords button. Type in your email and click Next. Type in your password and click Sign in. We can now find the information we just talked about under the heading Find New Keywords and get search volume data. Let's focus on the search volume data first. Once you click on it, the box will expand. Before I type in any keywords, I want to explain how I usually use this information. What I use the Keyword Planner for the most is picking my keyword for every blog post I create. The aim is to use keywords that have a high search volume but low competition. I also use it if I can't decide between keywords. For example, I created a blog post with the heading, What is the best web host? However, the initial heading for the post was, What is the best hosting company? I couldn't decide which heading to use. I decided to use the Keyword Planner tool to see which keyword would be more beneficial. I'm now going to show you exactly how I made my decision. In the keywords box, I enter web host, comma, hosting company. The comma basically separates multiple keywords. I'm going to leave the targeting options as default and click on the Get Search Volume button. As you can see, the keyword web host has an average 9,900 searches a month, and the keyword hosting company has only 1,600. Both of their competition is high, but if I had to pick between the two keywords, the obvious winner would be web host, as it has a much higher monthly search volume. Just for your information, suggested bid relates to Google Ads, but in this video, we are doing research for SEO purposes, so we do not need to worry about this section. Now, let's go back and take a look at how we can use the keyword planner to find new keywords. Above Get Search Volume Data and Trend, you will find Search for New Keywords using a phrase, website, or category. Click on it to expand the box. You can find new keywords using phrases, websites, or categories. I'm going to use just the phrases option. In the box, I'm going to type web host and then scroll to the bottom and click on Get Ideas. See where it says keyword by relevance? This is all the different keywords that have been generated, including their average monthly searches and competition. Let's scroll down and take a look at all of the different keyword ideas. I'm going to quickly pause here just so you can get an idea of the type of keywords that have been generated. If I scroll down to the bottom, you can see that the keyword planner has generated 800 keyword ideas. Now, let's say you wanted to sort all of these keywords by the highest average monthly searches. To do this, you can simply click on Average Monthly Searches and it will sort them for you from highest to lowest. Let's take a look at two very handy SEO add-ons for Firefox. If you are using Google Chrome, then I'm sure there is something very similar to these available online and can be found very easily with a quick Google search. PageRank add-on. PageRank add-on is a fast, light, and simple add-on that allows you to see the page rank of pages you visit. No Do Follow add-on. When active, this add-on highlights Do Follow links in purple and No Follow links in red. The URL links to both of these Firefox add-ons can be found in the resources spreadsheet. Let's start by installing the PageRank add-on. To do this, simply go to the Firefox add-on website and click on the blue Continue to Download button. Then click on the green Add to Firefox button. You will then be prompted with this installation box. Click on Install Now. To finish the installation, you will need to restart Firefox. Click on the Restart Now button. Once Firefox starts back up, you will have this really cool little feature which shows you the page rank of every page you visit. Let's go to facebook.com for an example. And there you go. As you can see, Facebook has a page rank of 9. Now, let's go ahead and install the No Do Follow add-on by following the same steps. Once Firefox has restarted, you will have a new feature under the Tools menu called No Do Follow. To enable the add-on, simply click here. See how the links are now highlighted purple? Let's go back to Facebook as an example. The links highlighted in purple are do follow links, and the ones highlighted in red are no follow links. MozBar is an add-on that allows you to see the page and domain authority of a website. As we have previously discussed in this training series, page authority is a score out of 100 developed by Moz that predicts how well a specific page will rank in search engines. Domain authority is a score out of 100 that predicts how well an entire website will rank in search engines. In March 2006, Google removed PageRank from the public. This means that you need to use page and domain authority to calculate the quality of a certain website or link. MozBar is a very powerful add-on, and at the time of this video, it is only available for Google Chrome. To install MozBar, go to google.com and search for MozBar. The first result that comes up should be the Chrome Web Store. Click on it. Then click on the Add to Chrome button. Then click on Add Extension. Once MozBar has been added, you will see a new blue M icon on your browser. I'm going to go ahead and close this and then go to facebook.com. You will notice a new bar at the top of your browser. To be able to use MozBar, you will need to sign up for a Moz account, which is 100% free. To create an account, click on the yellow Create an Account button. Since I already have an account, I'm just going to click on Login. And there we go, I am now logged in. So now I can see how many likes, shares and comments this page has on Google+. How many likes, shares and comments this page has on Facebook. The domain authority and the page authority. Let's take a minute to talk about the Moz score. For DA, a score between 30 and 40 is average. Anything over 40 is good, and anything over 50 is excellent. For PA, a score between 45 and 55 is average. Anything over 50 is good, and anything over 60 is excellent. For your convenience, I have included these scores in the resources spreadsheet. Okay, so let's continue on. Page optimization. This is a premium feature, so I'm going to skip it. It basically allows you to enter a keyword so you can check how optimized the page is for that specific keyword. Highlight links. This allows you to highlight certain links on the page. Followed. By clicking this, you are able to see all of the links that are do follow links. No followed. This allows you to see all of the links that are no follow. External. This allows you to see all of the links that are linking to an external website. Internal. This allows you to see all of the links that are linking internally. And lastly, you can use this text box to highlight a specific word on the page. I'm going to enter Facebook as an example. Page analysis allows you to see specific data about the page you are on. I'm going to skip it, but I recommend that you click on it so you can get an idea of the type of information that you can get. On the right hand side, there is the Tools and Settings option. I'm going to click on it and enable everything in there. This will allow you to see more information. I'm also going to change the theme from light to dark. This of course is a personal preference. As you can see, the toolbar is now a dark color. You can now also see the number of backlinks a specific page has. There is one more feature that I would like to show you. If you go to google.com and do a search, I'm going to search for WordPress. You are now able to see the page authority, the number of backlinks, and the domain authority of a website directly from the Google search results. AutoHotKey. AutoHotKey is a free automation tool for Windows. It allows you to create a set of instructions that are executed using a single key on your keyboard. It's a fantastic tool to increase efficiency by automating a repetitive process. So, how do we use AutoHotKey for SEO? AutoHotKey can be used for creating backlinks. You will often need to fill in a form to obtain a quality link to your website. To create an account, you will need to fill in details such as your first name, your surname, your website, a description, and so on. This can get very tiring, so let's automate it using AutoHotKey. But first, you will need to download the software by going to AutoHotKey.com. Secondly, you will need to download my AutoHotKey script using the URL found in the resources document. These are the default keyboard shortcuts for my script. I'm also going to show you later how to change them and add your own keyboard shortcuts. Once you have downloaded my AutoHotKey script, right-click on it and click on Edit Script. If by chance it asks you what program you would like to open it with, select a text editor such as Notepad. Here you can see the script. I've made a note for you to change the information to suit your needs. I also tell you that the exclamation mark in the script refers to the Alt key on your keyboard. So in the below line means that if you press Alt and U together, your computer will start typing whatever is next to send. In this case, it's Peter, which is the username I would like to use. By pressing Alt together with the N key, the script will automatically type Peter Stavro. If the Alt and E key are pressed together, the script will type peter@youremail.com, and so on and so on. Now, the reason why I have added two different types of website shortcuts is because some websites require you to use HTML code to create a link. That is what this line down here is doing. To run the script, you simply have to double-click it after you have installed the AutoHotKey program. You can tell when it's running because you will have a little green H icon in your system tray. If you right-click on it, you will be able to see a few options. Just for your information, if you want the script to start up automatically every time your computer starts, then you should put the script in your Windows Startup folder. If you need help with this, feel free to contact me. I am now going to open up a blank text document so you can see the script in action. Okay, I am now going to start pressing the hotkeys. Keep in mind that I'm not actually typing anything. I'm just simply pressing the Alt key together with the other keys. Alt and U, Alt and N, Alt and E, Alt and P, Alt and A, Alt and W, Alt and L. Can you see how easily and quickly you can now complete repetitive tasks? AutoHotKey can be used in many different ways, so don't only limit it to create backlinks for SEO. For example, I have used it for every single job I've had to write repetitive emails. Stealing your competitor's link juice. The process involves finding where your competitor's SEO juice is coming from and replicating the flow onto your website. This means that you will be creating backlinks that point to your website. You can use backlink checkers to find the source of your competitor's SEO juice. Here is a list of the most popular backlink checkers. Backlink Watch. This checker is 100% free, and we will be looking at this in more detail shortly. Ahrefs is one of the best backlink checkers. However, it is a premium checker, but it allows for a detailed limited free check. Moz is another very popular backlink checker. However, this checker is also premium, but also allows for a detailed limited free check. Both of these premium backlink checkers have a monthly fee. So if you're looking to purchase something that is easy to use and visually pleasing, then I recommend that you take a look at SEO Spyglass. I will put a link to the free version in the description below. Let's take a look at the disadvantages of Backlink Watch. Backlink Watch has a lot of annoying ads. Also, not all backlinks are listed, and it's not 100% accurate. But it's 100% free and a great way to find new backlinks. Okay, let's go and take a look at Backlink Watch. Go to www.backlinkwatch.com and you should see a website similar to this. Seeing as Backlink Watch is a free service, they have chosen to display a lot of ads. On this page, ignore everything besides this area here. Go down to this area and type in a competitor's URL address to get a list of their backlinks. You might get an ad pop-up. Just click on the writing that says "Close this thing." I'm going to use one of my old sites as an example, www.bestofnetworkmarketing.net. Once you have entered the URL, click on Check Backlinks. On the next page, click on the writing that says "Close this thing." The website should now be gathering a list of backlinks from your competitor's website. It may take some time depending on how many backlinks it finds. I'm going to pause the video and come back once this is done. Before we go down to take a look at the backlinks, let's take a look at the symbols so you can get a better understanding of the report Backlink Watch provides. PR. This is supposed to show the PageRank of a given URL, but unfortunately at this point in time it doesn't work very well, so I'm going to ignore it. OBL. This stands for Outbound Links and is the total number of external links found on the website that is given the backlink. All these pages here are the websites that are providing a backlink to your competitor. Flag. If flag is blank, then it means that it is a do follow backlink. If it is not blank, it will say no follow, which means it is a no follow backlink. This bit here is a little confusing, but it is referring to the anchor text section down here. If this section is blank, then no anchor text is found. Lastly, we have the total number of backlinks that was found by Backlink Watch. Now, let's go down here and take a closer look at one of these backlinks. I'm going to click on this link here, which should have a backlink back to bestofnetworkmarketing.net. An easy way to find this link is to search for the anchor text, which is shown here. So this is the page with the backlink. If I scroll down, I should be able to find the anchor text that was displayed on Backlink Watch. And there we go. Here is the backlink. Now, let's just check whether or not it is a do follow backlink by using our Firefox add-on. It's highlighted purple, which means it is a do follow backlink. Now, the problem here is that even though we found a do follow link, the page the link is on has no page rank. See how it's 0? Let's take a look at the main domain to see if it has a better page rank. The main domain is mlm.com. We can see that the main domain has a page rank of 4, which is pretty good. So it's likely that some link juice will be passed on. It would be ideal if the backlink was on this page instead, since it has a page rank of 4. As you can see here, Backlink Watch has found a large number of backlinks. 190 to be precise. So by spending some time and analyzing your competitors' backlinks, you can steal some of their SEO and boost your ranking. Keep in mind that with backlinks, it is very important to go for quality over quantity. It is better to have one backlink with a page rank of 6 than to have 80 backlinks with no page rank at all. Firefox Autofill. Firefox Autofill is a free add-on for Firefox. It allows you to fill in forms with a single click. It is a really great add-on to use to speed up your account creating process. Let's take a look at the add-on in real time. First, you need to install the add-on. You can find the link to this page in the resources spreadsheet. Once you are on this page, click on Add to Firefox. Once the box pops up, click on the Install button. Once the add-on has been installed, it will tell you that you need to restart your browser. Click on the Restart Now button. When your browser starts back up, you will notice that this little pencil icon has been added. I'm going to visit a website so I can show you how the add-on works. Now, in order to create an account on this page, you would usually need to type in your first name, your last name, and email manually. However, with the Autofill add-on, you can do this with a single click. First, we need to set up the add-on by clicking on the down arrow and then on Settings. A window will pop up with many different fields that you can fill in. The information you put in these fields will be copied across to any form that you use the add-on on. I'm going to keep it simple and only fill in a few of these fields. In username, I'm going to enter Peter. In email, I'm going to enter peter@myemail.com. In first name, I'm entering Peter, and in last name, I'm entering Stavro. I'm going to scroll down just so you can see all of the fields that you can use. Now, to fill in a form, all you need to do is press the pencil icon. Kapow! The form has been filled in with a single click. This is a massive time saver if the form you need to fill in is much larger. Keep in mind that for security reasons, the add-on does not fill in password fields. However, you can simply use AutoHotKey to do this effortlessly. If you hover your mouse over the pencil icon, you will see a list of keyboard shortcuts that you can use. There's one more thing worth mentioning, which is you are able to set up multiple profiles, which allows you to enter different information with a click of a button. To do this, click on the arrow and then on Settings. At the top of the screen, click on Profiles. The default profile is the one we just created, which fills in the form using Peter as the name. Let's add another profile by clicking on the Add button. Name the profile so you can remember what it's for. I'm going to name this profile Theo, and then press Apply. At the top of the screen, click on Simple to go back. As you can see here, we are now entering information for the profile Theo. If I click on the arrow, you can see the default profile, which is Peter. I'm going to leave the profile on Theo and change the information here to say Theo instead of Peter. Once I'm done, I'm going to click on the OK button at the bottom. If I go to the add-on now and put my mouse over Profile Switcher, you can see that there are two profiles there. one named Default and the other Theo. If I leave it on Theo and click on the pencil icon, the form will now be filled using the name Theo. If I go back and change the profile to Default and click on the pencil icon, it will fill in the form with the name Peter. How you use multiple profiles is really up to you. I personally use them to create backlinks for different URLs. Also, just for your information, I always use this add-on together with AutoHotKey because even though it is faster to fill in forms, there are just some things that this add-on cannot fill. And instead of typing in the information manually all the time, I simply use AutoHotKey. Just so you can get a better understanding on how backlinks work, I'm going to go ahead and create one. At this point in time, it is very easy to get a PageRank 7 dofollow backlink from the Adobe website, but I believe in future they will change the link to a nofollow or stop the link juice from flowing to that page. This is because they will probably realize that people are creating fake accounts just to get a high PR backlink. Now, keep in mind that this video is just an example. To maximize your SEO, it is important that you create backlinks from websites that are relevant to yours. For example, if you have a website about cooking, it is important that you obtain backlinks from other cooking websites. Why? Because Google is getting smarter every single day, and they know that it doesn't make sense for a website about games to be linking to a website about cooking. A few links is fine, but if you have thousands of these random backlinks, Google will detect that they have been created in an unnatural way and may investigate into it. On the screen right now, you can see the account I have created to get a dofollow backlink with a PageRank of 7. And here is the actual backlink. I am now going to show you how I did this step by step. I went to the Adobe Education Exchange website and clicked on Join Now to create an account. To fill in the form, I used the form Autofill add-on. As we previously mentioned, the add-on does not store passwords, so I simply click here and then use AutoHotKey to quickly fill in this form. Also note here that the email I am using is peterbl@peterstavro.com. This is a new email I created just to create backlinks. I always recommend that you create a new email for backlinks because as you sign up to different accounts, you will begin to get a huge amount of emails that you are not interested in. I now tick the box to say I have agreed to their terms and click on the Sign Up button. I am now told that I need to verify my email. I'm quickly going to pause the video, log into my email, and grab the link I need to verify. Once I visit the link, I get a message saying my email has been verified. I am now going to click on Continue. I am now prompted with a message requesting me to complete my profile. When you create an account to obtain a backlink, most of the time the backlink will be created within your profile. This is the area where you fill in information about your profile. I recommend that you take a few minutes and fill in as much information as you can, and even add a picture, just to make your profile look a bit more real. A lot of websites have administrators who monitor their sites, and if they see accounts that look fake, they will delete them. So, to avoid this from happening, I spend an extra few minutes just to make it look real, so the backlinks I create stick for a very long time. I'm now going to upload a photo and click on the bio box. To fill this in quickly, I'm going to use AutoHotKey. I am now going to pause the video and fill in some information and then scroll to the bottom. This field here is where you create your backlink. I'm going to go ahead and enter my URL address and then click on Update Settings. If you ever get a message like this, It's because you need to add the http semicolon / to your URL address. Here is my profile. Here is the backlink I just created. If I hover my mouse over it, you can see down here that it links to my website. If I turn on the No Do Follow add-on, you can see that it turns purple, which means it is a Do Follow backlink. If I click on the icon here, it takes me to my website. And lastly, if I turn on the PageRank add-on, you can see that this page has a PageRank of 7. Keep in mind that there are other ways to obtain backlinks other than creating accounts, posting on forums, and commenting on blogs. And I will be teaching some of these in a more advanced SEO training series. But just try to think outside the box and come up with different ways to obtain quality links to your website. Local SEO. Local SEO focuses on ranking businesses that are in a specific location, a bicycle shop in Doncaster, for example. With local SEO, you need to rely less on building links and focus more on local NAP citations and local reviews. Local NAP citations. NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. You need to ensure that your NAP is consistent throughout your whole website. This means that you need to have the exact same details in the exact same format. When creating NAP citations, your NAP has to use the exact same details and format as the NAP on your website. The resources spreadsheet included with this training series includes a list of websites that you can use to create some NAP citations to get you started. Before we move on, let me clarify what I mean when I say your NAP has to be consistent and exactly the same in all places you list it. I am going to use Precious Cleaning Services as an example. This is the NAP that is listed on their website. Here is a NAP citation that was created on the website truelocal.com.au, which is an Australian business directory. Here is the NAP that is listed on their Google Plus business page. Notice how the name, address, and phone number are exactly the same on all websites. Keep in mind that Google Plus does not display the full address anymore. See how the phone number and address has the exact same format, and by format I mean the exact same spacing and spelling. This is what I mean by the NAP having to be consistent. Google Plus business page. If you haven't already, it is very important that you register a Google Plus business page for your business. You need to ensure that you fill in as much information on your Google Plus page as possible and upload some photos. Ensure that your NAP details and format are exactly the same as they are on your website and in your citation listings. Don't forget to add a link to your website on your Google Plus business page. You can create this link by going to your Google Plus business page, clicking on About, and scrolling down to Links. Local reviews. Local reviews impact local search rankings. It is important that you encourage your customers to leave positive Google reviews, not only to improve SEO, but to also obtain more customers that are searching in Google. Depending on your business, it is important to gather positive reviews in other places as well. For example, if you were a restaurant, you would want to get positive reviews on Zomato.com. However, Google reviews should be your first priority. Things to know. If your website is new, it can take up to at least 3 months to get noticed by Google, and it will take at least 6 months to see some results. Google crawls websites that are updated more frequently, which means their new pages will be indexed much quicker. This is why having a blog is a very good idea. Having a blog will also allow you to target many different keywords in your niche. I recommend that every website has a blog. It is a good idea to go for long-tail keywords rather than single keywords. Single keywords are much more competitive. Let's take a look at this in more detail. Instead of trying to rank single keywords like SEO, you should be aiming to rank long-tail keywords such as how to improve SEO. Let's go through some more examples. Instead of trying to rank the keyword money, you may want to try and rank how to make money blogging. Instead of trying to rank travel, you may want to aim for travel deals for Hawaii. Instead of food, you may want to try rank healthy food recipes. You basically want to try be as specific as possible when choosing keywords to rank. Think about what your ideal customers will be typing into search engines. Ranking and location. Search results displayed by Google vary depending on your location. For example, if you are located in Australia and visit Google, you will automatically be redirected to google.com.au. Google.com.au will bring up different search results compared to google.com. If you visit Google from Japan, you will be redirected to google.co.jp. And again, the same search will bring up different results. Ranking and domain. The extension of your domain name will also impact the way you rank. For example, if you search Google for the best food in America, the majority of sites that will appear in the search results will have a .com extension. If you search Google for the best food in Australia, the majority of sites that appear in the results will have a .com.au extension. Checking Google accurately. Google personalizes results according to your browsing behavior. For example, if you continuously click on your website from a Google search, then Google will deem it important to you and therefore show it in your top results. To see a realistic view of Google search results, you will need to clear your internet browser's cache, cookies, and sign out of your Google account. No-follow links debate. Some argue that even though no-follow links do not pass any page rank, they still pass along some link juice and contribute to search engine rankings. However, others argue that no-follow links do not pass any link juice. One thing that's for certain is that you need a combination of both no-follow and do-follow links, so you do not look suspicious in the eyes of Google. User experience. You need to ensure that your website offers a great user experience. This is not only good for SEO, but for business in general. Make your website easy to use and provide a lot of value. Google uses the below metrics to determine how valuable a website is to its users. Bounce rate. How quickly a user leaves your site from a Google search. If people are clicking onto your website from a Google search and then clicking back, it means that they did not find what they were looking for. The aim of Google is to provide its users with the best possible result in the least time possible. If people are quick to navigate away from your website, it simply means that your website is not valuable and therefore should not be in Google's top results. Time spent on site. How long a user spends on your site from a Google search. If people are clicking onto your website from a Google search and spend a lot of time on it, it means that it is valuable and therefore should be in Google's top results. You can use Google Analytics to analyze your website's traffic. The most important thing in SEO is to be consistent and to be patient. Continue to post valuable content and build quality links, and over time, you will see your traffic and Google rankings skyrocket.